From Dark Side Releasing, it's for Halloween. This is an independent movie that's really big on effects but very low on plot. This is from director Domiziano Cristopharo. I don't know if I pronounced that anywhere near correct, but you might know of his work. He did Red Crocodile, which Unearthed Films released. Probably his most popular one was Red Crocodile. I don't know. He also did like a penis exploitation movie because I mean he had used his penis in different movies before, and I guess he made a whole anthology based around that. He also did Doll Syndrome, which was also released by Dark Side Releasing. But this is a BDR. This is his latest film. And like I said, it's a movie that mostly focuses on effects, and there's a little bit of a plot, but there's not a whole lot of a plot. It starts off with a serial killer, which I don't know if this. At times in the movie, I get confused about if it's the same person or not. It's a little confusing at times, but there's a serial killer. He's trying on different masks, and he tortures a guy, and that's how the movie starts. And he walks out in the street almost naked, bumps into a guy. The guy ends up running into like what is like a witch. Stuff happens to him. Somehow that bleeds over into like this little creepy pizza place that gives a pizza to people that mutates them, and then somehow that rotates into some of the other stories again, and then it also rotates into a clown with a gun making people turn into cotton candy, kind of like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. All that happens, I guess, one night on Halloween. So I guess it's kind of like 4 stories for Halloween, even though it's not necessarily billed as an anthology. It doesn't feel like an anthology. It kind of just feels like just a big plot of things bleeding in together. So because of that, I can't say too much good about the film other than the effects are good. Everything else is a little bleh. But here you see what you get here. You get alternate scenes, behind the scenes, trailers. The movie's only like an hour long. Hour and 7 minutes long. It says 67 minutes, but it's a little longer than that. Not by much though. But it's a quick watch, which might be a good thing because it's not necessarily what I would call a good watch. I'll give it a 1.5. And that's 100% all effects, not acting, because acting is like some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. It's not acting. It's not the plot, because the plot is shoestring thin. Like the plot is really really thin, but the effects do hold up pretty well. But if you've seen this guy's work, you've kind of seen it all before. It's shocking stuff. It's torture pornish. It's nothing that you haven't already seen done, and nothing you haven't already seen done better. Nothing you haven't already seen done better by the same director who has done better stuff. Like, if you want to see his work, probably at its best, go find Red Crocodile. And even that is a bit of an acquired taste. But For Halloween, which is an odd title, is something that I necessarily can't recommend unless you just really, really like seeing some gore effects. And then you've probably not seen, you've seen these kind of effects, but if you're really into these kind of movies, you've probably seen it better. You've probably seen this before. But it is what it is.